Where's the, testing? Okay, we're underway here. This is the finals. Is one nothing to Maffeo. Nick Maffeo. Okay, we have Nick Maffeo on the left and Bill Marczak on the right. And what Maffeo's ahead 1-0. Okay, and we're playing to 21 points here. And Marczak has just doubled. Maffeo's taken. Looks like a good double. And a great shot, 4-1. Hits and covers. Maffeo's in trouble here. He comes in with a 2 with a 5. He choice of hitting and coming down. I just come down. I wouldn't hit him at 1 point here. He's made a good play. And but he's going to have to withstand. No, I think this is a mistake. Well, 4-5. Well, his play actually worked out quite well because 4-5 the other way, Marczak would have hit him a 2 point and brought the 5 down. Now he has to decide whether to hit on 1 point or not. This play is close. Maffeo gained another 2 and a correct 6. That's very important. He has to anchor, saves from the gammon. 6-5, gets around. So it looks like Maffeo get off the gammon, have some small winning chances from the 2 point. 3-1 makes the 4 point. He's considering making, the way he's thinking about it, he's considering making 1 point, so if he gets a fly shot, he doesn't have to worry about blots. Nevertheless, it's still better to make the 4 point. 6-2. He's making a good play coming in and leaving that 1 blot out there. He's paying off to a 6-2-5-3, but is worth it later. 6-5 down, and now he does cover, which is correct. So Marczak just has to try and get home here. 6-5. This is an awkward shot. 6. Next time, of course, 6-5 will be a total disaster if you can imagine what will happen. But he has to shake the dice hard here, avoid another 6-5. 5-2. But now, notice what's going to happen now is any 6 is going to force him to leave a shot right now. So there are a lot of bad numbers here. All those 6s are bad. But double 4s gets him nice home, nice and safely, gets his spares to a nice position. This is a great shot. One of his few good shots. Any 1s, 5s, and 6s were bad for him. Double 5s. And now Maffeo has to decide whether to raise or make the 3 point. Or my play would be maybe 2 down and 1 out all the way. For a little bit of each. But now he's going for the straight runner. I guess he's a little paranoid about being Gammon so early in the match. but the winner doesn't look very promising, and I would have stayed back on 2-point with one man. It looks like Marczak is about to go ahead 2-1 in this 21-point finals. 6-1. Well, that's right. I think the Gammon chances would be pretty remote. I mean, first you have to get unlucky and get pointed on almost immediately, and then even after he got pointed on immediately, he would still be immediately. I think it'd still be a let's see, I think it'd still be yeah, I think it'd still be a big favor to save it even after he got closed out immediately, which is why I'm taking the risk. I mean, his play wasn't a bad play, really, because it could have happened. I mean, it's the old 2-to-1 principle. You have to, actually 1-to-2 principle. You have to win half as many times as he got Gammon to justify it. And both were very, very remote, so it's sort of hard to weigh. But, I mean, I say chance getting Gammon, he had to be pointed on immediately with like 8 numbers, 7 or 8 numbers. And then on top of that, maybe you'd have to get Gammon maybe a third or a quarter of those times. I mean, you know, the price against getting Gammon, maybe it would be like 15-1 against, which means they have to win one game in 30 by staying with one kind of 2 points. If you want to figure out how you actually think about it, and I think that he probably would win one game in 30 or so. That's my guess. But it's not that concept. Okay, 2-1 for Marczak. They're playing to 21. They're playing at a good place. They're both very good. Marsh is an interesting history in the tournament. What happened here is they actually played earlier in the same event, and Maffeo whipped him. But Marczak came back to the second chance, beat me in one absolutely astounding 8 game, I might add, and has gone on and won seemingly another 7 or 8 matches, and now they're playing again. So Marczak has come back to the second chance after losing the first time to Maffeo, and now here they're playing the finals for over $27,000 right now total for both of them. I think it's 17.5 first and 10 the second. So Marczak on the right, ahead 2-1. Good shot from Maffeo. And a very good shot from Marczak, too. 5-1. Okay, here I feel strongly right playing on the 5-1 is just to slot the bar. Now, if I had an extra, this play would be right if you had 3 men on the 8-point. Then that play would be the right play. With 2 men on the 8-point, you should just slot the bar. Good play. Maffeo's made an excellent play there. And he hits a 6. He hits a 6 at 5-1. It was one of the really big swing numbers against that play, but lots of returns, not with 5 up. He fans, and now Marczak should double. And he does. And Maffeo correctly, I believe, passes. Marczak goes ahead 3-1. So Maffeo, I think, got punished severely for a good play there. Okay. Five, 2, Marczak. So anyway, more history. Marczak is from down under or whatever you call it. He's from Australia. And Maffeo, of course, is from San Francisco. Both very good players. I've never seen Marczak before, but I played him and he played quite confidently. Maffeo, of course. By the way, this is 6-4. It's not the right play, although it's the play that most people make. It's one of the standard mistakes that most people make. Oh, but he's justified it. Yeah, running out is clear. Other than that, now his players are getting worked out better. But the theory behind that is on the opening, just on the very opening, if you have just the 6, 7, and 8 points. In other words, you just make the ball point alone and nothing else, no other builders. That turns out not to be very strong and not to be very important. Okay, he's coming up, threatening, provocative play. Marczak's considering doubling, and I think that he should. I'm not sure whether he should or not, but I think it shows good table presence to at least consider it and not rush by the decision. And 2-1, he hits. Now the question, does he leave it? So he's making, this is a very strong play. I like his style here. And whether it works out or whether it's right, it shows that he's not playing scared. He's playing strong backgammon. And this is also, except that this gives you more covers. So Maffeo needs that 4. He shoots, he fans, double 5s, doubles, and passes. So he made a strong play there by Marczak. So far, I've been impressed with both of them and playing very well, I think. As I started saying, of course, Nick Maffeo's well known, one of the best players on the West Coast. And Marczak is something of an unknown, being from Australia. Marczak is arranging this challenge match where he's challenging anybody in the world. Australian team of 3. Easy-doosy. So this is a tough play. I would hit and split, which is what he does. And 5, 6. And what is this? Double 5s. Okay, you just go for it here. You should just make the 1 on the 3. If he fans, you'll probably see a double. But he rolls double 4s. So it's not the worst. Now the question is in the last 2. Do you make the 2 or the 4? It's not so clear you should make the 2. You might just probably be better off making the 4 and claiming, unless you want to play on for the gammon. Having made this play, he might take 1 shot to go for the gammon. But actually the double 4s really actually wasn't the right play. So we'll see what he does. Obviously it's a pass, a big pass. Big pass. The question is, this is how you're supposed to analyze these positions. You're supposed to think, suppose I hit loose on the 5 point, and he hits me back. Can I still double him out? If you can still double him out, then you clearly play on for the gammon. If you can't, then it becomes very difficult to play for the gammon. So that's the line of thought you're supposed to use. He doubles him out, and the score is 5-1. So ever since I've walked in, Marczak has won every single game. Maffeo won the first point, and since then it's been a shutout. But of course, this is a 21-point match, so double 3s. Now, the way I usually play double 3s, there's 2 ways. You should always bring back 2 men up to the opponent's 4 point, and then you have a choice, usually making a 5. Well, this is This is a new and interesting play that he's made here in double threes. The play he's made in double threes is, I believe, correct against the opening 6-5, but against nothing else. It's the most aggressive 6-1. Interesting choice here, and he makes the right play. He makes the right play of hitting there. Well, Maffeo only has one man back, so that was a good play. A lot of people might have made the bar. So Maffeo made a very good play there, and Marczak comes out to his opponent's ball, which is correct, probably. And what do we have here? 5-2. This is not so hot. And I think he's making the right play. Hit and move. No, that's the wrong two. Now he makes the other guy's bad fives good. I think. I don't know. He's thinking, well, oops, yeah, certainly worked out. It wasn't so clear because he was thinking about duplicating the numbers that hit from the 6 to the 1. That's why he did it. But Maffeo 6-2. Well, again, the 6 is clear. The question is, do you hit? This is a lot of returns. But he misses. This is a big break for Maffeo. See it, 1, 6s, and 5s back, so they crack everything. And 6-5 goes home. Marczak needs a 6 now. He shoots. No 6. And he's making the right play, not making the bar, but sliding the 4-point. Question is, should you double? Depends partly on the pith count. You see, this is actually this is one of those few times where the 3-point you can sometimes have takes just based on the shot equity when the 4-point is open. With 4-point closed, this would be a double and a clear pass. The 3-point open, sometimes it's surprisingly hard to make that 3-point, especially if it's one man out of play and then 1 point. And I would say this is like a it's probably a good double, and it's like borderline either way whether he should take or not. But he's decided to pass. And the score now, 5-2. So far, we haven't had any big games. We had 1-2 game, and that was it. Okay. 4-1 for Marczak. 3-2 for Maffeo. And a 5. I don't really like that 5 very much, but it's reasonable. I would have brought the 5 down. 6-3. Hits or covers. I would have hit. Yeah, definitely. This is the right play. Good play. And that 6 up can't be good. Has to slot. So you don't quite have a double here, but it's actually pretty close to a double here. 2, because all you have to do is just cover and swing a guy around, and you become a block becomes a very big favorite. So I think Maffeo needs a real good shot here. This is a good shot, I think, but it's not clear how to play it. You can cover with a 3, come up to his opponent's 3-point, or make his opponent's 2-point, sort of half trading a back game. I would give a pressure double here for black. Just thinking about from White's point of view, I wouldn't be overjoyed taking this kind of position. but he doesn't. But I think this would be a real good pressure double. And 5-3, not a particularly good shot. And it's maybe right in this case, although it's strange to make that 10-point and have a 4-point. 3-1, 3, and with a 1, it looks right. Now again, I would consider that he has so many good numbers. I mean, if he just rolls any 6, he's close to winning. He has a lot of gammon potential. I mean, not immediately, but these things can turn into gammon. And it's just a tough take for White. It's tough the White doesn't have a good game plan for winning. Also, you tend to miss your market a lot in one roll, too, which is another reason to double. 5-4, I think he might attack, though. 4 into the 4-point, and 5 hitting on a 1. How I'll play it. Just because the alternative might be to take 2 men off 10 points. More conservative. Not unreasonable, but 6-2. Oh, boxes. That's 2. Okay, that's the good news. Now he has the choice. Well, he's got 3 plays. He can make the 1 point, which should be at least it would be more attractive if the black has some blots or anything like that. Or he can, yeah, this probably looks like the right play, but double 5s, disaster shot this is. And that's 2 for sure, and the other 2 seem also for sure. He has to come down, among other things, he makes it impossible for himself to play 6s, and therefore now Maffeo should consider doubling this. Not a good shot. You just want to, now here the play is clear. Swing around to your own 7 points. There's any other play is terrible by comparison. Okay. And Marczak needs a good shot here. Wrong 7. And I think the game should be over now. This is a clear double. Maffeo doesn't double, he's blundering. This is a very bad non-double. I think that was a clear double. And Marczak, it's a bad shot. 2-4. Oh, I thought it was 2-6. 2-4. And now he doesn't have a double. Oops, but now he has. Now it's going to be interesting to see whether 1-4 is the only. Oops. Yeah, try and play that one. Now he has to come off the 8-point, duplicate 6s. This is if he had stayed out, it would have been interesting whether Maffeo doubles. Now it's going to still be interesting to see when Maffeo goes for the Gammon, but I think Maffeo probably should double here. And Marczak, of course, is a clear pass. And the score now, 3-5. Okay, I think Maffeo there was surprisingly slow doubling. And that prime was prime position. Even though he had 3 men out, it looked like he had a lot of extra time and he was going to have a 6-point prime. So I would have definitely doubled earlier. But I guess they're both playing a little bit conservative at the beginning of the match. Maffeo here. On the left, the black piece is leading 5-3. 5-1. Good players skew how to play that 1. Sometimes 4-2. Hitting down is clear, and Marczak's in big trouble this game. In fact, it might be an early double. In fact, this might. Okay, the right play with a 4. Probably it's 4 down. It duplicates 4s. This is a good double. And Marczak grabs it. And my feeling about that, I think Maffeo made a bad play there. I think he should come up with a four, maybe not hitting, but if he wasn't going to hit, he should have just slotted the 5-point. I thought that was pretty clear. I think he played that weakly. 2-6. Now he slots the bar, and Marczak is back in action. It may have been a take from Marczak, but I certainly wouldn't have lapped it up like he did. I mean, okay. Okay. 3-1. So hits, makes the bar, and Marczak is in trouble. His position is still a little better than when he took it. And 2. Now, I don't know about. Well, I didn't really get a chance to do it. 2-4. Hit him. Hit him with a 2-point for sure. Don't be afraid of the back game. And I guess it's probably no better 4, although you have to be careful attacking the ace deuce. Oh no, ace 4. Sorry. Okay. 4-1. Again. Now that 2-point's not bad to make when your opponent has a million men on the 1 and you have to bar. And now he's got a 1 to play. That 1, well, it was close. Probably right 1. Okay. 5-3. So he has to hit. I mean, we ought to be able to make a fight to get it. But Marczak's game plan is that he has to try and get his opponent's 3 or 5 point. And he has a pretty good chance of doing it if you consider that Maffeo really doesn't have sufficient builders to stop him from doing it. Now here, let's see, you go berserk and come in the 3 and go to the bar. That's one play, and the other play is pretty unattractive. So you just have to take your chances and try it, and hope that Maffeo has all Maffeo's 1s and 6s are pretty bad. This is the play. It's scary. Yeah, this is definitely the play. It's scary, but it's the right play. The other play coming in on the 1 and going to the 3-point temporarily is safer, but is going nowhere. See, Maffeo, the problem with Maffeo's position is he lacks builders on his side of the board with which to operate. Okay, so Marczak's made an excellent play here. Maffeo rolls a 6-4, should just go from the midpoint, hitting on the 3-point, and this would be a key roll right here for Marczak, who owns the cube. If Marczak rolls badly, it'll just be rolled up, but if he rolls well, he can instantly turn this game around and be a favorite, because he owns the cube, and he fans and boxes. So that covers from left here, 1, 2, 3. And now the question is, how do you play the last one? Do you come down or do you come out? It's probably not that critical, but I might have come out, but I would have probably come out because I was afraid that he might come in and make the bar like this. So I would have probably come out. He wanted the builder down there. He needs a 4, and he definitely wants to hit. And he hits from the back, which is right. Marczak here. Fans. 4-3. And I don't know. Probably just swing to play it. Actually, this is probably a very good play. I like it's the right idea. Finally comes from the ace. And with the deuce now, Marczak has to avoid being gammon. Even these 1-point games sometimes even lead to backgammon if you get up to like 6 or 7 men. With the 2, he shouldn't panic and hit or do anything wild like that. And another good play. That's a 6-3. What does he do? I guess he swings around and makes a 10-point. Oh, I'm sorry. The other players he would cover the midpoint and go to his opponent's 11. Yeah, this is more conservative. Marczak needs lots of 4s, but actually this is not so bad in the meantime. If he ends up with a well-timed 1-point game, let's see, is this right? Probably is, although it's unlikely to lead to anything good except, so there goes this is the backgammon big I told you about. There's a lot of backgammon big, believe it or not, in this kind of position. 1, and hits. And you really can't go forward here. Oh my goodness, yeah. Yeah, this is now he has 8 men there, so the backgammon is a real possibility. But his winning the game is also, believe it or not, a real possibility. He may end up with a well-timed 1-point game, or as they say, the proverbial well-timed disaster here. 2, 4. Maffeo just wants to recover that ball point as long as he keeps that, and that's the worst variation where he comes in just 4-3, covers with a big 3, not with a big. Now the worst variations where he manages to come in and break up his board on top of being probably backgammon gift. So I'd say, yeah. So this is bad because he loses his winning big. Even in some cases, his saving the gammon and backgammon big is he hits late shot and his board's gone. 4-6 must bring them both in, and that's a very bad shot. 5-1, that's a good shot, excellent shot from Maffeo. And 6-2, he made the right play there. Most experts misplay that 6-2 that he did. Well, most experts come off the 6-point there to try and clear up it, and that's too long. But yeah, and because you have to play the 5 anyway. And then the next time you bring them both off. Technical, most people have a tendency. I have that one of my problem sets where I do all the experts that should in a similar position. Anyway, 4-2, this is a very bad number. No, this is wrong. He doesn't want to save. Ooh, this is very bad. He saved the 5 so he can crunch himself. 5-1 is bad for Maffeo, but that was a terrible wait. Maffeo says, I'm gonna. No, that's right. I mean, enough's enough. I mean, poor guy's got 8 men on 1 point. And he made a good, I guess, a good play. It's 4-2. Okay, 4-2 for Maffeo. So the 4 is clear. Ooh, look at this. He's really going for the backgammon with vengeance, although I'm not sure with reason. And that was the key 6 there, because now at least he'll be able to hold his board. So that he gets the shot, and another 6. So if he gets a shot and hits it, which is actually very likely, the statistics, he just clears the 6. The alarming statistics are you leave a shot over 85% of the time against a 1-point game. 4-3, the worst, yickiest position, and across 5, 4, 6, 4. So Maffeo's kind of into big trouble. And now we can expect a shot, and of course Marczak has no deck checkers. Great shot, aces. Marczak, of course, is gamely scrambling off the backgammon. And it looks like this fight. Oops! Oh, the BG is going to be close again. And now, of course, well. 2, now he correctly gets them both off, so at least 1s will play. No 1s. And now it looks like it's going to be a backgammon. And I think that Marczak made that one bad play where he sort of, the game was lost. He should have just settled into the 1-point game, but he tried to pretend to go forward, and that's where he got the extra guys, the 2 or 3 extra guys hit this, made the difference between Gammon and Backgammon. It was 6-3. What's he doing? No. Oh, let's see, maybe this is right. I don't know. This is better for saving the backgammon, but, well, I don't know. Yeah, it's probably the right play. It's close. And he saves it, and he would have saved it the other way. Okay, so Marczak there. Maffeo gave a good double, and Maffeo now is taking the lead 7-5 in this 21-point finals for 38,000. They're both very good, excellent players. But I think that Marczak unnecessarily was being backgammon earlier in the game. Probably Maffeo's. Well, I don't know. Maffeo, I think, is probably as strong a player. Double 4. This is a crusher. 2. And he's playing it strong. Fans, and he's going on, shooting on correctly for the Gammon. That's what's happening right now. 3, and they speed it up the pace of play here. Maffeo was behind 5-1. It's just won the last 3 games in a row. Ahead 7-5. Remember, they as I said before, they played earlier in the tournament. Maffeo won. Now Maffeo is considering doubling, but if it was right to roll before, I think it's still probably right to take a roll here. His position is so strong that although this is not a good shot, but if you're going to continue playing on for the Gammon, I guess you should hit and probably come in, and if the guy comes in, then you double, and 2, and hits for the 6. Question is where he should hit on his own ballpoint. Well, it's not clear. I mean, I'm not sure which play is right here. The other play is more prone. Of course, Maffeo doubles, which was the plan, and Marczak now, I don't think should take this, but he maybe steamed about last game. And he certainly took a lot worse than this against me when he knocked me out. Much worse than this. And he takes it. This is his style. This is a tough take. I mean, it's not impossible. It's not like the end of the world, but it's real tough here. He has to. He banned. That's okay. This is going to be curtains 3. Now the question of who's 6? Do you play real strong and come down to your own bar? He plays real strong. Yeah. What? Double 3s! Oh my goodness! This is unbelievable. Look at this. Now all of a sudden the game is totally turning around. Maffeo has a zillion blots. And he gets in only with 1 man. Now it's almost real. I mean, look at this. 1 and 6s, 4s and 5s. What a turnaround here. Unbelievable shot. Double 3s from the bar. I mean, it's 2 man. The other guy fades out with water, whips it back. And Maffeo, I think, correctly passed because all 4 of those blots are going to be picked up. So Marczak showed rare courage there and tied it up, 7-up. 2, yeah, it's not too good. It's tricky, but not too good to play for the Gammon, but it's certainly good enough to double because you wait to pick up all 4 of the blocks before the other guy can get in. So by the time you pick up all 4 of the blocks, the other guy has 6 men out, and you take control of the outfield. Okay, so playing the 21. So that was really interesting. Maffeo here set a trap for his opponent, was playing one for the gammon, set a trap for his opponent, weaved his opponent, and it was what happens very often in my experience. The weaver backfired. I mean, you gloat, you say, "Hi, I got that sucker to take the double," and then what happens? They turn around and win it. But 6-4, that's a good play. Could have made the 2 point, but he made a better play. Boxes here. This looks like a winner. And the question is, okay, 4-1, 1 and 4. Conservative play. Probably correct, but only one man back into two. Now Maffeo really steamed over the last game. I wouldn't double this. There's no reason to. You're not going to miss your market by a lot. I mean, you got a nice position in your favorite, but this is a bad kind of position to double because you don't really rate the. Yeah, you're not enough ahead in the race, and you don't have enough market missing numbers. And it's better just to improve a little bit and then double. And now maybe I'll have a double. Okay, what's this? 4-3. So I guess he just goes all the way out. Looks like the play pays off the 2s, 5s, 64. The other play is to come into your 6 point, try and sit again. So he's stopping there. Now that's really double provoking. I mean, if you want to, you put it right there in the guy's face to say double me, but Maffeo doesn't rise to the bait here. 1 and the 6 is clearly down to, I think it's pretty, well, this is surprising. I don't know, it doesn't look right. It's a lot more conservative. 4-1, critical 5, he needed a 5, and now Maffeo's in trouble. Maffeo rolls a bad 1-5, which doesn't play that well. And now Marczak has the advantage, but he doesn't have a double yet. That's a good shot 1. He just comes out with a 6. It's the only legal 6. Yeah. And 45. This is a very bad play. I think it's a bad. I mean, I think that you just got to take 2 down. I'm sure that's right. Okay, so Marczak now is going to consider doubling soon. Marczak has Gammon big too because he can attack. I mean, he'd rather wait till he gets a second builder inside his home board. But it's not a terrible pressure double. I mean, I think there has to be a clear take. Well, I mean, if worse comes to worse, you probably, what's the race? The race is actually pretty close. White's up 2. Oh, what happened? Minute illegal move? So, I guess you probably wait a roll, but there are variations to just win a gammon. But the best he could hope for will be some random 5 to hit, and Maffeo have to stay out a long time. So I think he should probably wait. But he's conceding though, his score now tied up 7-7. After a whole series of 1 games, finally we've got some action here. We had uh, a gammon, a poor game, and then the game after that, was very exciting, where Maffeo weaved him in taking, and then got blasted with double threes for 2 rolls later. Okay, he doesn't double, and he rolls 4-2, which is obviously terrible shot, forces him to leave a shot. And let's see, what's the right play here? It looks like, the obvious first thing that comes to mind is just coming down to the 8 point. Among other things, that builds upon the 2, and if you have to make an outside point, you'd like to make the 8 point. He's not really worried about being hit with a 1 very much. 6-3. A good play here by Maffeo. He should come out. He shouldn't stay back. Some people think he's supposed to stay back there and wait for some sort of shot or something, but he definitely, the liability in the position is getting attacked. So he comes out, and as he pointed out, when he's not really behind the rim, back Maffeo's ahead in the race here. Good shot. So the race is close. Maffeo's a little bit ahead. And now you get the old decision, how much do you want to screw up your 4 to save 6s? 5-2. 4-1. So like, for example, in this one, 4 and in switch is the obvious play. And 4-1. Now you should slot at 1 point. That's right, because you're not getting a shot next roll, and it was either switch or later. Now you got the decision. Now I would go to the 1 point. I think that's correct. 5-2. And this is not clear, to say the least. But and 2-1 is. It's also not clear. That's, I think, the correct play by Maffeo. It's tempting to make the 6 point, but you don't need it with you in the middle. Good shot here. And the moment of truth is fast approaching. Whoops. Must go. And now these are very interesting, difficult questions to figure out whether you're supposed to double and come when you're not really ahead in the race, but you got a 17 number shot, and the race is not hopeless. I mean, you're definitely a big favorite in the game, because half the time you win off the top, and the rest of the time you have some race. But the problem is, if you miss, you become an instant underdog, because the other guy has the cue and is maybe a little bit ahead in the race. At 17, get the double 4s, double 5s, obviously a good shot. And of course, the reason that you have to really consider doubling is because you just totally miss your market. I mean, yeah. And why can't we double? Why can't we double until he gets 5? At a minimum, but nevertheless, it's rather unpleasant having the other guy have a cue and be ahead in the race. So on balance, I would double it, but it's a good way to lose 4 points. But I think no, I think that's the right. I think you're supposed to double mathematically. You're right to double, but you think it's clear to double. Yeah. Okay, so now correct play mathematically, but it's a nullo play to shoot on with Gammon, I believe, and now it's a clear double. Okay, so he should have doubled. He didn't double. Now he shoots and he goes ahead 8-7. Okay, 8 for Bill Marczak from Australia on our right. 7 for Nick Maffeo. Yeah. Well, Marczak is funny. He alternates between being very aggressive and occasionally passive. It's double 2s, 1, 2, 3, and then Maffeo plays it the way that I like to play it. A little bit of everything. 4-6 fans, whips, and I think this is a pass. This Marczak took one very similar to this earlier. Like I said, maybe that was the game he got Gammon on. I've forgotten now, but yeah, this is his style. Oh, that's the way he turned around. He loves taking these, and I can't stand them. But it's double threes now. And Maffeo playing very well, playing it strong, making an excellent play, and fans and Maffeo just mopping him up here. Double fives. Well, I guess this is not so clear. I guess you hit him in 1 point loose. And then the real question is his last one. You come in or down. I think he's probably made the right play. And now Marczak is not fighting back here. He's just getting a blitz, but 5-3 is a bad shot. 3 in. And the 5 should come down. Hanging off to his own double 5. Marczak. Okay, that's 6-3. Maffeo, I think. Choice between the 1 and the 2 is a close choice. And he hits. And 5. Now this is actually an interesting choice because there's a real issue. Oops. Oh, I'm sorry. It was double 5. I thought it was 5-4. So there was no choice. The old switcheroo. And oh my goodness. Double 5s jams him up. And Marczak, if he can scramble in quickly, can at least save the Gammon and actually win the game. 3-1. So it's a big race. How long it takes him to come in? No, second time. 4-1. Maffeo wins from there. Marczak can't come in. Just one of those frustrating games. Neither side. 4. Yes, he's doing. And Marczak has been. Okay, so it looks like just a routine game. Now it doesn't really matter whether he comes in or not because it's still going to be a Gammon. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and everything plays. 1, 2, 3. So it looks like, did he take the score? Oh, 4-2. I'm sorry, I thought it was double twos. Okay, so this should be a Gammon. I guess there's a small chance of saving it. Right then. But Marczak just loves these guys. He just grabs these positions on making the right play. I mean, it's so surprising if you think about it. I mean, the last time he didn't double, which is a very highly conservative play, but this one he just grabbed. I think, and this is going to make a serious difference in the match now. This is the second time that Maffeo has doubled, and Marczak has made a questionable take, and Maffeo has just routinely gammoned him. 3-1. Well, you got to go to his 11-point, I would think. But Marczak is. Here we got our Sunday morning hymnal here. Well, yeah. Sometime you pass. Okay, so Maffeo is going ahead 11-8. Okay, so that was a key game. I mean, Maffeo basically has won no games except two games where he gammoned him. He doubled and Marczak took really pretty long she takes. 6-2. Okay, this is how I like to play the 6-2 against the 5-2. Make that strange looking play. It tends to duplicate the sixes. And it's punishes. The worst number on the dice is at 5-2. I'm not sure about that 5-2. I don't think that's the right play there. I think that was a mistake. Okay, 5-3 hit, and now, oh, this is a wonderful shot. So one making the 4-point clear, I think, isn't it? Maybe not. I always love to get that structure. Well, there's a question: do you hit? Plot the 5 or the 4? I think the hit is probably correct here, even though it's beat down on the 2-point. Well, didn't work out. 2-1. Hits and goes to the bar. 1-6. What is this? 4-1. Sorry, that's an excellent shot. Susie. Yeah. Yeah, you can get right. I think that do it. I think that Marczak's getting religion here. It looks like. I mean, Maffeo got him before. He's getting him again. This is going to be an interesting game. One of the games they both have Foreman back. Bang. Oops, this is a cruncher one. Now you should not cover. I think you should just play it strong here. It's a positional type game. Both have Foreman back. You shouldn't make the 2-point. No. You should make the 4-point here and just play for the long haul. It's and he gets punished. But you can't double this. Making the 2-point was a horrendous play. When you got 4 men back, you just gotta play positionally. Okay, make the right play there. Maffeo nevertheless is in trouble. He needs a 4, and he gets it. And a double. Now this is very interesting. This may very well be takeable. I don't know. I mean, 4 men back. My experience is when you play these out of positions, they end up being takes, even when they don't look like it. Okay, but he passes. 11-9 Maffeo here. And like I said again, all Maffeo's points have come from those, those gammons. What's going on? I guess maybe they're taking a break here. Okay, so we're about at the halfway point. The match is very close. 11-9 in favor of Maffeo. Nick Maffeo on the left. Okay. Okay, here we go again. The score 11-9, about halfway done. He danced. Well, I guess he shouldn't have taken the break. He lost his momentum here. Okay, so the score now is 11-10. It's still very close. Again, all Maffeo's points have come basically from those two games. Starts with a 3-2. This is a very good match. Both sides playing very well. 5-1, down, and close decision on the ace. 4-2. Hits him down, and he's in trouble. But Marczak takes all these early doubles. Never passes in the beginning. Comes in and hits. No bad numbers here for Maffeo. 2-6, so it's not so hot. Comes in and hits. And 5-2. And he makes well, actually, I was going to say a good play. It's not that clear. Which two? He could have split his backman. 4-6, not that good. I'm sorry, it is good. 3, 6, correct. And it's that 2 and a awkward 5. It looks like 5 out is pretty clear to me. 5 out to your opponent's bar because Maffeo doesn't have anything in the outfield much. Maffeo is really stripped down in the outfield, so it seems to me the clear play for Marczak has come out, and I think he probably shouldn't make the tempo play of hitting on the run point. At least that's what it looks like to me at this one. Coming down to the 8-point, it's very weak. Oops, as I was saying, the 6-3. Wait, is this so clear? That's not clear either, is it? I mean, not at all clear. You could have, well, you could have made this 3-point. They're playing rather quickly. Now this 6-3. Tough to play. Do you make this 3-point anyway? What's the choice? The choice is no choice. It looks like so. 5-3 makes the 3-point. Now here the question is: do you duplicate 2s? Do you take 4 down, or do you go for the total stack, or do you hit on the 1-point, the third play? So you got 3 plays here into the 6, which looks disgustingly weak. Or slotting here, paying off 2s. This is probably the right play. Marczak, I don't know what he's thinking of. 4-1. And this seems to be clear to the 3-point. Maffeo is going to get close to a double soon, but 2-1. I think now this is not so clear. The obvious play is to make the 3-point, but there's another play that's very strong, is to hit on the 1 and take the 1 to the 5. That's a very strong play because unless the guy hits 1 back, you got all those bills there ready just to crunch him and gammon him. Whereas this really lets him off the hook a whole lot because he gets a 6, he has a good game, and when he doesn't get a 6, he's still not ready to do it. So I would have gone the other way here. You'd make yourself a much bigger favorite going the other way. Because, I mean, suppose it going the other way. The guy comes in with a 5-3. Even there, you raise double. All your numbers, everything is working for you. You got 3s, 5s, 6s, 2s, 4s working for you. But this is scary, and Maffeo might consider doubling this. There's a lot of gammon big here. 5-1. So I mean, like, this is only tough because you're such a big favorite either way you go. Come out with a 5, you're getting close to doubling. Although I don't know. Would I go for it right now? I mean, you can go for it. You can hit on 1 point and flip to the ball. The guy stays out. Obviously, you won the game. You can go for a quick kill or a slow death, but you get the 5-1. Again, unappetizing shot. The reason this is so bad is you can't safety that block, which is critical. And it's going to make it very hard for him to take because in all the variations where it gets closed out, they'll get pretty much routinely Gammon instead of probably saving it. So it looks like, I mean, maybe way off. It should be a double and a pass, but Maffeo may be afraid to double, and Marczak may surprise us by making one of his sort of berserker takes again. But I don't know. My analysis is it's going to be a double and a pass. But we'll see. I could be wrong on either count. I wouldn't be surprised if I was wrong on either count. So we'll see. I think this is the right play. Maffeo really should double this. It's a very bad non-double because he just got so much Gammon big. I mean, he's ahead 11 to 10. I mean, he hits, but now the guy stays out is a joke. So I think that's a very bad non-double. And 2-3. And again, it's just like a must double here. You can't whack. Now, if he stays out, it's going to be too good. Now it's too good, and he's playing on for the Gammon. And he boxes him. Zoom, and backs him up. And looks like he's going to win a Gammon at the 1 level instead of the 2 level. And he just closes him out. And with 2 men on the ball, I'd say, I don't know, he must be a pretty big favorite. Double sixes, I'd say must be, what, I don't know. Oops. Awkwardness here, but it's right to shoot on for the Gammon here. Even though you're going to leave repeated shots, it's going to be very exciting if you get hit. No hit. Another, oops, no more shots even. Okay, so it's going to be a routine Gammon. I think I really have to fault Nick a little bit here with not doubling earlier, because especially it's the kind of position where he could have easily lost. I mean, he could have not hit. And oh, this is my book. Fortunately, I don't remember it. No, actually, I do. I do remember. You're supposed to, with 1 man on the bar, you're supposed to clear the 4-point. And isn't that right? 1 man on the bar, you're supposed to clear the 4. And with 2 men on the bar in the same position, you're supposed to clear the 3. See, if you clear the 4 and he stays out, it's 12 number 3 shots. And if you clear the 3, 8 number 3 shots. So the fact that he's likely to come in will swing the decision. So, that's what I say. No, so the right technical play. But there's an additional consideration. A minor additional consideration is clearing the 3-point, which is the wrong play, makes you slightly more likely to Gammon the guy, doesn't it? Yeah, it does, because you're going to save a roll. So it's, that might swing a little bit, but it's certainly more dangerous. But it certainly worked out because I'm probably saving a whole roll. So if Gammon's in by 1 roll, the more dangerous play is going to cost them. But it doesn't look like the Gammon's going to be saved in either case. So it looks like that, I'd say unbalanced Maffeo made a technical misplay there, which is of no particular consequence. What is a big consequence is this non-double earlier. I think that's a very big consequence in a match like this. I mean, the difference between winning 2 points and 4 points in a position like this is really like a mountain in terms of your, the chance of winning a match. 4 and 3. And well, he's going to probably need 2 doubles here to save this. Well, nothing's in there. Okay. So once again, Maffeo wins another gammon, but this time he chickened out. He won at a 2 level. He won 2 gammons at the. He won at the 1 level. He won 2 gammons at the 2 level. How he got here, and he should have just followed through and won the 3rd one at the 2 level. Marczak might have taken. I don't even think it was a take. I think they were way off in the cube action there. 4-3, 4-3. The score now, 13-10 in favor of Maffeo. I think you should really stop and think about it. It's 5-2, slot to 5 and down to the 11. I think it's the clear play. Well, you didn't do it. Double 3s. Now, let's see. It's funny, if you make the bar, you don't have a good last one, so it looks like you're supposed to. Well, if you make the bar, I don't know about this. This doesn't look right to me, but, oops, that's too fast. And now Marczak might double. It's a little bit early, but it's a good pressure double. I mean, it's not a bad double. It puts a lot of pressure on White, and White should take this. He shouldn't chicken out him. This is a take. He shouldn't chicken out, but it looks like he may be. I mean, it's no fun to take these, but these really are takes. These are the no fun must take positions. It wouldn't have to be a lot different. Like if he had the 8-point made and in essentially a similar position, it might be a pass. I mean, the problem is White's out time, and Black's going to have a prime and so forth, but there's enough scramble big that I just know from experience that this is a clear take. I mean, you try and give a point in that position, you get buried, even though it looks like you should win. What happens? So anyway, bluffed him out there. So the score now is again is 13-11. So I think that Maffeo's made 2 ultra-conservative decisions here. He didn't double when he should have when he won the game on the 1 level. He passed something that's scary, but really is a take. And so I think both of those may cost him, because now instead of running away with the match is still very close, 13-11. I mean, it can easily go either way. 4-2. It's not always clear whether you're supposed to sneak part when you're 1 man back. You're supposed to sneak part way up with a 2 up the other guy's 3-point. It's very annoying. You're trying to leap with a 6, but he doesn't want to go after you. Okay, 5-2 is a bad shot here. And he's making the play that I would make, Nick, is, but I'm not sure they're all right. 3-4. Shot. 3-1, not bad, but Marczak has a lot of good shots here. This being one of the few ones that's no good. Now the question is, do you slash on the 1 point to protect yourself? And 6-2 is a rotten shot. A really miserable shot. This is a terrible shot. I mean, you don't really have a lot of bad numbers here, and this is one of them. So let's see, what do you do? 6. And seems reasonable. I don't know what I'd do. It's a tough number. Marczak certainly doesn't have a double here. but he bluffed him out. He really did bluff him out of the last minute, where there was a lot of scramble big. 6-2, a leap to freedom, and he got away with it. So now it's the question whether you come up with the ace, and it's a question whether you can double yet. I don't know what the ace is. Who's Black's 14 up? If Black's 14 ahead, he should whip it here. I didn't realize he was that far ahead. Four. Yeah, four. Yeah, it looks more like four. I think he's probably right. Not double 4 pips ahead. Well, it's either 4 or 14. Now it's either 9 or 19. I think they do running split count. Yeah. Okay, it's either 12 or 2 now. Okay, well, this should. This is very funny. When you get numbers like this, you have to engineer like what they call a safety play. You want to make the play that's not the best for winning the game, but leaves the least immediate return shots. So this leaves 3 numbers that will keep them alive. Okay, so that's the end of this game. This is a coffee house if he's thinking about it, because this has to be a double. Well, I don't know what's the tip count now. It has to be... And he takes. Maffeo takes this one. This one. He's only up 350. Yeah, that's more than that now. There's a little outside gammon big here. No, it's not. If it was 3 pips, then it wasn't such a bad take. Although it's still not so. 3-2. This is interesting. I think he should play real big and take 2 men down, play monstrous, paying off to 3 numbers. Because in fact, I'm sure he should. Because the other play, the conservative play of going to the 1 point, if the guy comes in the 5, you very likely leave a direct shot. So you gain in 2 ways by taking 2 men down. You solve your problems, and you give yourself out, and you give yourself. Well, once you take the 3, the 2 is clearly down, because unless you have some clue where the guy's going to roll 5-1 or 5-6. And you need the builder to try and close the guy out and get your gammon. So this is a good play. I mean, a lot of people it's easy to chicken out and not do this. Okay, 5, here's a 3-number shot, and doesn't come close. Now let's see, he has 6-3. Okay, so now we should just go from the 11 to the 2, hanging off only to double 5s, it seems like. Well, the other play is to go to the 8. Oh my goodness, he just tried to scare Nick. Yeah. It's just for the other guy built up a little adrenaline thinking he may get a 5 shot, but he's not going to get it. Oops, there it is. 1 roll late, and I think he's probably, well, it's not clear he's correct to run, but I guess he still has his racing big. Yeah, he still has some racing. Definitely. I mean, I criticize his take, but I may very well have been wrong. I may have had enough racing rig to take it. Crap. I mean, it was certainly one good step with him, and that's an excellent shot. Marczak has a bad distribution here. He starts rolling lots of 5-4. Which 5-4. He keeps running those E6s, which is and it looks like Marczak's gonna tie it up. And I thought Maffeo was gonna run away with the match at one point, but I think and he might have really put him away if he had doubled that game or taken the next game. Either one of those swings. Double fives, and it's a lock. Okay, tie ball game, 13-13. You have an 8-point match. American Backgammon Championships, winter tournament. Together, they're playing for about $27,000 in prizes. And it's a good match. Both of them are excellent players. I said Marczak is he's gonna be on a team of 3 challenging everybody in the world. But the only problem is you gotta get to Australia to play him. Otherwise, there are people lining up. But okay, so now sort of the psychological pressure is to some extent on Maffeo, having been way ahead and having the other guy make a comeback. And Sarah, now I think that if anything, we'll look for an early double in Maffeo. Good play there by Marczak on the 5-3 instead of the usual bringing the 3 down. And Maffeo here is about to make, I think, a very good play. Well, I mean, at least, I don't know, my play would be 3 men to the ball, 1 man to my opponent's 2, and keep that builder there. I wouldn't. This is also reasonable. Yeah, the hit is clear. The hit and cover. This 3-2, and now, well, Maffeo's position is just falling apart. I wouldn't have left the shot there. Okay, anyway, a million good numbers here for Marczak. You know, 6-1 is not clear. Boy, there are lots of plays with a 6-1. I don't make you should really think hard about this because there are lots of plays. My play with a 6-1 would be to hit on the 11 point and split my back men to my opponent's 2 point. There are, of course, a lot of other play. I mean, so, but he's doing what would be my choice. 6. Oh, no, that's a bad ace. It's a must split with those back 2 men. Oh, boy, did he get punished. A must split there. But this is a good play. Making your opponent's 2 point is a very underrated play. Very, very underrated play, making your opponent's 2 point when your opponent's 8 point is gone. And question is, do you hit on a 5 point? Let me just look at this. Well, the 4 is clear. I would tend to make the play that he started to make and not go for everything. because you get hit back, you just got nothing, and I would just play it. You have white's 2 men back, the black's 4, and I think the right play is to make the 11, and I think this is the right play, and resist the temptation to try and drive your opponent with 5 point. 4, 1, 4. And the 1, the question is, do you split your back runners or slightly far? 4, 3 is actually an excellent shot in position. We'll do 5, 6, in and out. It's still a fairly closely balanced game. Ace is 1. And this seems totally reasonable. And ace is back. That's a good shot. 2 have to come up. 2 for sure. And I guess he should play it strong here. I think he should go to the 10 point here, aiming at the 4 point gap. Actually, well, something I said in my book is definitely wrong. I said if your opponent's in 5 point, you usually want the point 6 away, but there's an important exception that most people don't know. That I think this is an excellent play. If your opponent, which didn't work out at all, if your opponent's on your 5 point, it's actually better to have your 10 point than your 11 point. Why? it's a long story. That's just a lot more flexible position. Okay, so now Marczak is gaining advantage here, but it's certainly not a position I think he wants to double in. And Maffeo here is a little bit of trouble. 4, but it's double 4. Okay, he should just. I think because of the timing considerations, he has to take the whole gang out, or at least 2 of the gang out. 2 of the gang at least have to come out, and probably the 3rd. I mean, the other player would be 2 out and go to the 2 point. Not to come. I think it's weak to make the ordinary looking player like you running 1 man all the way around, because I think you end up getting out timed. And the other guy is not that strong near his home board, so I think he's making an excellent play here. I mean, giving up that nice 4 point angle, that's an excellent play. Double 3s. So now this is also, these are very tough positions to play well, because you have to balance the immediate tactical things with the time, with both the short and the long-term timing. So, but this doesn't look right. On the other hand, Marczak shouldn't follow his example. It's very clear that Marczak should stay back on Maffeo's 5 point. He's for Maffeo leave his anchor, so he's leaving his anchor, but it's completely different consideration here. So this is definitely a weak play here by Marczak. I mean, there's lots of ways to play the other 2 3s, all of which are much better than this. You should either make this 4 point, I take 2 down to the 11, or take 1 to his own bar. This is like 5th choice for his last 2 3s. It's very bad. But he saw, like I said, Maffeo just left off his anchor. It's also always fun to make your opponent's 8 point, because it sort of disorients weak players. You know, when you hold an 8 point, you're not sure where the builders go. But this is okay. At least that's going back. That's definitely a lemon. And I mean, this is one of the reasonable plays. I would consider just making the 4 point. This might be better. I also consider I don't know, this might very well be the right play. It's the most flexible play. Enables you to play your numbers most easily next time. And Maffeo still has the problem of being in something of a squeeze, so this is certainly a reasonable play. And one thing that he's doing is very good is this is a tough play, and it's a double, and he's taking his time and thinking about it. I mean, they've been playing very fast, and if there's any time he should, deserves to. Oh no, not back the lemon. My God, yep, the lemon won out. There's a real lemon. Okay, a real bad play. Okay. Well, I mean, there was actually he's just trying to run home when he had the other guy completely out of time. Very bad concept. 3-1. This is interesting. Boy, all sorts of choices here. I mean, you can come up with a 3 and take a 1 in. You can hit with a 3 and hit with a 3. I guess it is too big to hit with a 3, although it's not that clear to me, depending on what the race is. This is a very tough play also. What's the race like? I guess, I mean, my instinct here would be to hit and keep it going. What? So 3-1, this is a tough play, but I think it's probably right to hit and keep on going. Although you get hit back with a lot of those 5s and 6s, you're in big trouble. And also the other problem is by giving up the anchor. By giving up the anchor there, you tend to leave the back guy stranded. Two and 6 is, well, it backfired. May or may not have been the right play. And now he's in trouble. Double 1s. What a shot. This is 1. He should just make the 5-point here. I think, because he has enough. I mean, it's tempting to come up. Oh, I see. He's going to come up and switch. I don't know about this. I would go for the 5-point prime and then take my chances. Boxes. Ooh, wow. Now he's considering doubling, but this looks takeable to me, very takeable. But notice how his attitude has changed from before, when he was a little bit ahead. He had a position that was easy double. He didn't do it. Now that he's behind, yeah, he's doubling. It's probably a pressure double. And Marczak he always just grabs all these doubles. He hasn't come remotely close to passing anything here. So I'd be surprised if he passed this one, especially. This is not nearly as bad as the others, and yeah. And the score is tied 13-13. 3-1, so they both have 8 points to go. And he missed the key shot, but he fanned again, with boxes again. Big swing. 6, if he come in right away. And he's in real gambling jeopardy here. Will Maffeo probably go after him. 5-2. Oops. the wide angle shot here. Not at the best time. Okay, so I think he should go after him here. Well, no, this is definitely looks weak. That was definitely a weak play. Putzing around on the wrong side of the board. He probably should have hit on the 1 point. And even if he wasn't going to hit on the 1 point, that was not the right play. and double ones. So that may have cost him here. I mean, the idea behind doubling is playing for the gammon. And even at this late day here, Marczak will probably say the gammon does still have some winning equity. Ooh, he's making a very big play. He decides, I'm going to go for it now, duplicating threes. And he gets away with it. His idea was, I mean, I wouldn't have done it, but his idea was he wanted to do that and leave the shots immediately before the other guy had a chance to make his 4 point. Okay, the 5-2 doesn't particularly matter how you play is. 5 down and the 2 pretty random. Well, if you just come into the 6 point. Five two here. You just play it simply. It's not clear he should do this or just clear the 14 point. Now what's Maffeo thinking about? Five. Well, this is a strange play. I mean, he might consider slotting the 5 point, but 4-3. Five one. 5 down and 1 in. And this should be probably just a routine win for Maffeo, and it also probably should not be a gammon. Although gammons do sometimes happen more than people think when it's just movement back on the 1 point. They happen I don't know, a good 20% of the time. I mean, assuming that you make the 5, assuming you have a perfect board. So what Maffeo's causes are is his opponent's making, he's still unable to make that 5 point. He still keeps 3 builders for us. Maffeo is looking at his opponent's illegal moves and trying to figure out whether to make him take them over or not. So Maffeo has that gap, which he's now filled. And it should be pretty clear sailing, although Marczak's timing is pretty reasonable, by which I mean if he has a good board, and if he gets a shot, he'll probably win the game. Double twos is a great shot, and he's playing it correctly, just breaking both points. Now, as I say, with 2 men on the 1 point, gammons do occur that 20% of the time. But of course, it's very likely he'll also leave a shot too, so things can still happen in a seemingly routine position. Six. And the right 2 is the one he's playing with 3 point. Or 6-5 is the nightmare shot next time. And he's, this is a mistake, I believe. I think I analyzed this. And although you avoid the 6-5 problem, you make it sufficiently worse later. That's a mistake. And now 4-1. Well, the other way here, a whole bunch of bad fours. That's a close play. Our boxes, well, that decides the issue both ways. We should probably bring a man into a 6-point box. Okay, so this should be a routine win for Maffeo. Maffeo's going to go ahead 15-13. And we're getting into the final stages. Remember, the playing to 21 box is that into step 4. Well, let's see. Obviously, you go to the 1 point. But this play is far superior technically to the other play. You got 10 numbers that miss, and here you got, I don't know, nothing, 2-1. Okay, so the score 15-13 in favor of Maffeo. Maffeo gave a much earlier double this time. Marczak never passes. Isn't it? They put 14-13, but the score is actually 15-13. We'll see whether they correct it. Yeah. Yep. There's the extra point. Okay, so these next 2 games will be critical here. Maffeo's ahead. Maffeo beat him before. 6-2, correctly making the 4 point instead of the bar. 3-6, should run out here. I think that's a good play. 5-1. Now it's funny, here, well, you should probably hit for the 5. This is probably the right play here. Hitting with a 5 and going to the ball point. However, that's a crusher. 1, 2, 3. And the last one, not clear, but this should be a win. In fact, he might even take a shot for the Gammon here. 1 shot, see if he hits that 6. His position's strong enough to be fine in the match that he should probably take 1 shot for the Gammon. And he doesn't get it. So 3-5 in his smash, and now he should turn it, and I think Nick should pass. That's what should happen. So he doubles, Nick passes, and the score now 15-14 to 21. So it's going to come still very close, and basically nip and tuck all the way here. What kind of play was that? It looked like Marczak made a weird play there. I mean, he was supposed to go into his opponent's 5 point. He's supposed to, very important. Oh, this was. Yeah. I got ace deuce. The question is, do you make the 9 point or the 10 point game? Pay off to like 6 numbers. Now, after you build up its 40, he's making a good thing. But the problem is you usually can't afford to wait. 6-5, whack, whack. And gets a 1, critical shot. He misses. Maffeo should consider doubling soon. Maybe not quite yet. This is a good number. The old-fashioned pick and pass is definitely right. Marczak's in trouble with this game. And he brings them both in, which is good. Now, it's probably too early to double, although Maffeo has a definite advantage. I mean, he had some attacking big, and he's probably way ahead in the race, so it's really not a terrible double, but I think it will be a definite take. 14 tips is all? I think he should probably... What? Yeah, I know, but you also get just a lot of shot big, too, here. But he doesn't double. Plus. That's a good shot. That should end the game, though. So it looks like he may have missed his mark again. No, but it's 24. If this is 19 pips, I think this is a double and a half. 19 pips, yeah? He lost pip somewhere. Okay, so it's 18 pips. And this is a double, and I wouldn't take 18 pips behind. You do have some shot equity, but the shot equity doesn't compensate for the fact 18 pips. So I think this is a double, and I think it's a definite double and a definite match. We'll see what they do. Double. And, yeah, I get these actually, Marczak's an interesting pattern. Take, which I don't really disagree with that much. Sometimes he doesn't like the bad grade. He loves to take the action thing with, he's king, but it's out on a poor board, but comes in, it's really exciting. That's the kind of action take class. It was so fun playing with people like that. And it's certainly more fun to watch when you do those. Okay, that's good. Now that five that Marczak plays, that's actually interesting. He should have actually, although it wouldn't have worked out, he should have actually slotted the 3-point. Four, and an awkward ace, probably splitting the runners. Whack, that's a killer here. That's a killer. Great shot. 5-2. Well, he has to come in on the 5. Can't play it small here. It's a question whether he whacks on the 2, which he probably does. And now this would be, I think, too early a double here, although it's tempting. 2, which hit? Fresh meat or old meat? Fresh meat here. I'm not sure. I mean, okay, double 2's back. 1, 2, 3. This is gonna be an important game with the score. Double 3s. That's a cruncher. Double 3s, and now he should play on for the gammon here. It's strong enough he can play on for the boxes, 2, and yeah, he's right to do it this way. He's right to go and make the 1 point playing on for the gammon. However, 2, now he should consider doubling it. It's curious, but this game could get away from you. What if he will double 5s? Oh my God! If the guy comes in, he'll even have a take. He stays out. Even this game is winnable, but he shouldn't take it. No, it's not a chicken double. This is not a chicken double. This is, yeah, I mean, look at the guy's considering taking it. You're talking about being a chicken double, and the guy's considering taking it. Believe me, black wins a lot of games. Nah, he should pass it. This would be a little berserk to take it, but perhaps, but look at this. Marczak here behind 16, but Marczak hates to pass this kind of double where he can get down. In other words, basically, it attacks zero weight to gain Gammon. This is you can look at his takes and from that point of view. And the Gammon is a distinct possibility. So he's actually a favorite. If he takes it and white gets it, and nobody gets hit and nothing happens, he's a favorite to save the Gammon. So black's a favorite to save the Gammon, but it's still, I can't conceive of this being a take. But he's certainly thinking about it. And, but sanity prevails. And the score now, 17-14. It was type 13-13. Okay, so the score now, 17-14. They're playing to 21. All Maffeo has to do to win now is to get one of those Gammon to take one of those Gammon prone games and win it. And it's a long time to get him to do that. So I say Nick is double fours. This is a crusher. Maffeo. Okay, now he's going to probably double, but this is a take. And Nick shouldn't chicken out here. And he takes it. He takes it. If he wins this game, he'll probably win the match. It's dangerous. 5-4. What does he do here? Yeah, that, I guess is right. You know. But if Nick comes in and have a good game, he stays out. Oh, that's terrible. And now the attack on the 5-point. 5-3 slashes on the 5-point. Nick must get a 5 or he's going to be in big trouble. And he gets to 1. Well, at least he has an anchor, but he's still in big Gammon jeopardy this game. Another 5-3. And the Gammon, of course, is critical. Ace-deuce. Now, the deuce is not so clear. Do you want to fight right away before you build up a board, or do you want to try and get some part of a board going? He's fighting right away. Actually, probably the right play, but 4 or 5 hits. And now the 5 is not. Do you play real big or medium big? He's playing the sort of medium play, which might be right, because you don't want to have the whole game totally turn around. And what does he have? Ace-4. Cover. Yep, he covered with a 5-3. I'm thinking of hitting. And now Nick wants to rapidly do 2-3 is a horrible shot. Vomitous shot here. This is really, really the pits. You know. What does he do here? I don't know. See, oh, now that just obviously doesn't seem right because it's not right. I mean, but I wouldn't make the play, but he has the right idea. With 3 men on 1 point and with the ball point not going to be made, he's basically playing to save the Gammon. And so Nick has the right idea in the position. Definitely, you don't want to try and be a hero and get Gammon in a position you're not going to win. So Nick definitely has the right idea with that play. I guess that probably would have been maybe something better to do. But the idea, a lot of people lose a lot of equity in tournaments is because they get really bad positions. They play on and try and win in incredible fashions, which you just basically rely on. It has the 1 point, and it's getting some equity, and that's the equity tricky. So his equity is not not that bad here. He has a good chance of saving the gammon, and he has the 1-point game. Okay, 4-3. The 3 in. I think he's making a good play, and the 4 to the 2-point. The score, remember, getting very close to the end. The score 17-14 in favor of Nick, in favor of Maffeo. Oops, 6. Yeah, comes in, and now okay, now it's very important that Maffeo get out pretty soon. Otherwise, I mean, the gammon is getting, that's not a good shot. He should whip it off, probably go for the gammon. And key where they get to 6, ooh, there goes the board. That really hurts him. And, oops, there's a shot. But now the shot is not going to be a winner. He misses it. Oh, no, he doesn't miss it. He hits, and he lifts, which is I think, a lift fan. Oh, my God, look, he's playing with a lot of blocks here. That's not such a clear play. Probably right, but it's not so clear. It's the way to get gammon in the game you can't really win. Nobody's trying to win it. And 5. Now, if I was black, I would attack on the 1-point deal. Go back and try and get the gammon. I would go for it, considering that White's garbage position. And he's going for it here. He wants those 4 points. 4 critical points he's going for. But he gets hit back with aces. Oh, no, ace-3. Oh, my goodness. This is real Action City in this next roll here. Look at this. Well, the 3, I guess he's got to make the 2-point. Can. He did 5 and whack. And he should whack the other guy. Yeah, I think this is correct. It's correct. It's correct to hit. Because even if you get hit back, you get a new guy recirculate, go for the 5-point and 4. So it is correct here to hit for the 1 point, even though you don't have any covers. But he doesn't do it. That's incorrect. Obviously. Okay, 5-6. It's in and out, and now what do we need? All sorts of evens. 8, 10, 12. AC doozy. So I think that Marczak made a key misplay not hitting with that 3. Perhaps not a key misplay, but I would have hit with a 3. Marczak would definitely like a gammon. And how many minutes Marczak have? Well, 4. Maffeo, it's still possible Maffeo wins this game too here, because if he gets a hit along the way home, he has racing big here. So this 2-1, this 2-1 seems clear. Five, 2. So what's this? A shot, right? No, it's not necessarily a shot. You can take the 5 out, 2 to the guff, which I guess you've got to do it that way. You really don't want to go get back to being gammon. Basically forced to make this play. And quacks. And he's going for the gammon instead of the win, which is probably correct. For 17-14, and double deuces again. Now he should make the guff here. Okay, the right play here is to make the guff. The right play here, nope, weak. I think it's weak. I don't know. I would make the guff here to go for the gammon. Okay, double 5s. 1, 2, 3. And I don't know. I would probably come out. I don't expect to win this game for White. I guess Maffeo thinks he can win it, but it's some parlay to win it. Easy juicy. For the big play. And it looks like Marczak is going to recover 2-3 points here. He almost recovered 4. Five, 2. So it looks like looking at the score now after this game is going to be 17-16 in favor of Maffeo. In other words, the equivalent of 1-0 in a 5-point match. The match is to 21. Oh wait, there's still a small outside Gammon shot. No. Okay. So it's still very, very close. The score here is 17-16. It's like 1-0 in a 5-point match here. And you know, they're playing down the hall somewhere. It looks like I mean, they both play well. They've had very good. Okay, they're taking a break here. At this key point, 17-16 in a 21-point match. And now they're talking turkey, probably.
Yeah, but it's not theirs. We're not gonna. Go to the office. Kate has. You know where the office is over? Um, you go out the end of here and turn left. It's across from where the Napa people are. If attention, please. Any of the top prize winner who wants to get paid, I have the checks except for the doubles. Louise Goldsmith has all the third round checks.
Okay, here we go. We're back here, very, very near the conclusion of this match. The score, remember, Nick Maffeo on the left ahead 17-16 in this 21-point finals. And his opponent here, see what's going on? The cube's in the middle, and Marczak is just rolled a joker, a 6-2. It's the question of how to play this joker. I'm sorry, not Marczak. Yes, oh, thank you. I'm sorry. So, when the score here is Maffeo is leading 17-16 in his 21-point finals, American Backgammon Championships. He needs a two-shot here. He shoots. Double fours. Even better. This is a winner here. This should tie up the match here. So he's making the right play, hitting and making the 4-point. It seems like even if Nick comes in, he's going to have to pass. And this looks like a double and a pass to me. The reason it's a pass is there's too much gammon equity, I think. It's 1s and 5s. A lot of numbers hit. 6-2, 3-2, 4-6. I don't know, 26 numbers hit or something. This looks like a double and a pass. I mean, Nick can hardly afford to get gammon, and there's a ton of gammon potential. Nick's position is very weak. On the other hand, it would be very bad not to double. It would be a serious mistake not to double, because if you miss the shot or hit a return, you might lose the game. So I think this is a must double and a must pass. Yeah. I think it's a must. I think with the max score being ahead 1-0 in a 5-point match, it makes it a somewhat tougher than money take, because you just get, I don't know, you get gammoned a lot more, and you have less redouble big than you normally would. Okay, so I was thinking about the cube here. Marczak on the right, well, he's not doubling. This is, I think, a big mistake. This can't be too good, and he's punished here. He's punished by missing this 26 number shot, and now if he loses this game, I think that he's really basically thrown away 2 points, 2 unbelievably critical points. So I think this has been a critical mistake, in my opinion, a critical mistake not doubling that, regardless of whether Nick would have taken or not, because now he doesn't have it. And now the game is back, in the pick'em range. When I think he could have claimed the point. 5, 2. Okay, so a key cue error here by Marczak. It's because Maffeo's position was all stacked up. 6 men on the 6. He couldn't fight once he came in and they got involved. He couldn't fight against Gammon and larger division. Now, I think he thought he wasn't good enough. I can't imagine he thought it was too good, but it was certainly good enough. I think he thought he wasn't good enough, but he certainly was good enough. What pip count here? So this is very borderline whether he should double. It would probably be a take. And it's I always like doubling these. Most people are slower than I am in doubling these positions. But once I get up to like 16 pips, I just love to double. And then when I have like, 5 or 6 rolls to get a double, I love doubling these 16 pips ahead. Most people are slower than I am to double and quicker than I am to take. I agree this would be a take. He doubles, and boy, this game's turned around here. Key cue mistake here by Marczak. This is a pressure. I think I guess he's got to take this. Yeah. We're assuming the pip count is 16 pips. And yeah. This is probably a take, but he knows that if he takes and loses, he'll be behind 1916, which will place him sort of almost in panic mode. Well, he's taking his time here. How much? White 16 pips ahead. He's ahead 17-16 in the match. The finals. We're approaching the end of the final round here. Marczak is taking his time, probably doing a pip count, I would imagine. Okay, he should take this. He's made one mistake. Black made one mistake not claiming his point, which was a critical mistake, and now he's paying for it. We'll see whether he makes another mistake pass. It wouldn't be a bad mistake, in my opinion, to pass, but you really should take. So we'll see. This is playing for a lot of money, and it's right at the end, so he's taking his time about it. What? about one. Well, Kit says it's a huge take. I don't think it's a huge take. I think it's a take. I mean, if it was just a race alone or just a shot alone, it would be a pass. But together, I think it's definitely a take. But I think he chickened out not doubling earlier, and I think he's about to chicken out and pass. That's my guess. Well, he's an interesting side. He takes berserk doubles, which are action doubles, two-way gammon situations where like he has to start out coming in, or a 4-point board, and he comes in as like pickup. He loves taking action doubles, and he hates to take. But his style is exactly what I was saying before. He hates to take races. He has things that like, was just okay. A key observation by Jay Whitehead: double sixes leaves a shot. Yeah. Right. Okay, so really thinking about this, but like his style, Maffeo got to the score in the match because he took two really gammon-prone takes, which I wouldn't have taken, and sure enough, he got gammon in it. And so that's how Maffeo got his advantage to begin with. But no, he's compounding his error and passing. So he runs, Marczak runs very true to form. He passes all race-prone things, and he takes all gammon-prone things. No, no. Most people go too much the other way, in my opinion. But right. Well, he's gotta try and hop back into the match here. Okay. Yeah, but the match score considerations my favorite taking. Okay, 6-6. So now Maffeo's ahead 2-0 in a 5-point match. Maffeo's ahead 18-16, 6-5. 21. That 6 is not totally clear. But this would be, I think this is an early double. This is too early, in my opinion. But he's overreacting to match score. Marczak behind 16-14. 6-4, good shot. And now we can certainly expect that, 5-4, that's a good shot. He should hit. Even though he wants to avoid gammon-prone positions, but black only have one man back. I think this is clearly correct to hit. And he fans. Well, he's out in 2-1. Now he should make some big play here. Like that. I think that's a good play. Or 2 down to the 11. I think they're very weak in this position just to safety the lot. Yeah, that may be better. Although it makes the 4s good. Makes us 5-4. That's a key shot there. Very nice shot. No doubt about this play, I would think. 4-2 is a real nothing shot. And once it, now, well, he may double. It's too early, though. It's too early. I think you're overreacting the max score by doubling this, because I wouldn't dream of doubling this so many. I wouldn't dream of doubling this for money. And I think being behind 16, 18, 21 point match, he shouldn't double this. He's overreacting to the score if he doubles this, I think, although he's definitely a favorite. He shoots 5-1. So, well, if he 5-6 is not so hot. That 6 is not clear. It might be right to come down to your own ball point. Ooh, action, and here we go. This is, yeah, I mean, he's giving up that 5-point anchor. It's not so clear, so we got action here. I mean, you forced him to take, and we'll see what he gets out of it. I mean, what his game plan was. Is he going to attack or what? I mean, he was better off when he had the 5-point lead, really launched an attack with impunity. I mean, maybe, I think what he's going to do now is hit 2 men. Nope. Oh my God, he doubled only to make this play? The crusher play. No, it's very funny. In some ways, Marczak is fearless. I mean, in terms of taking doubles and things like that, he's absolutely fearless. But 5-2, okay, well, he's just going to run home now. I mean, we overlooked the fact he had a very simple game plan: just go home and win the race. I mean, we would, we. Yeah. What? 18-16 Maffeo, but it looks like Marczak has good chances to tie it out. Yeah, this actually being so piled up. I would come in on the 1 here. I think it works. What will you do? Usually I come in on the 4 in these positions, and most people come in the 1. But in this case, I would come in on the 1 and slot the 3. But he's right to think he does have a problem. I think it is. I would come in on the 1 and slot the 3. Right. Exactly. If you come in on the 4, you're just playing a holding game against the midpoint, which is like, I mean, you're resigning yourself to being a pretty big dog. Right. Which is, yeah, well, he certainly doesn't want to run into any fluke gammons because that would cost. Right, no. I mean, the gammon would be a total fluke, but he still doesn't want. Now, a 5-1, he should keep all his builders. Yeah, well, he can't make the gup. He should take a 5 to the gup, though, and save that builder on the 7. I think that's pretty clear. Gup it and right. What he's thinking is that if he makes the 2-point, the other guy may have some bad numbers, so he might want to hit. Aces, the switch. And 2-1 is not bad number. Now Nick really needs to leap here, leap one of those guys off the 4-point. He doesn't do. Oops, another switch. He's sliding and slipping. And boxes. Oh my God! But well, it's also a tree squeeze developing here potentially. Double threes, you can get Gammon. Wait. Oh, there goes. That's a great shot. Is that right? Probably. I guess, yeah. He's paying off the 6-3 in boxes. There wasn't anything else. Oh, there it is! Boxes! Here's a shot. The shot that can win the match here. Well, pretty close. And he misses the shot. There's also this outside Gammon fluke if he can hit another set of boxes. Don't laugh. Oh! Now increasing both the chance of the Gammon and the chance of losing. It's not clear because he should send out an APB ball for all points he needs in case he gets hit, but okay, another, here we go. Does he get the 2? Critical shot. No, 61. Now he should. What's he doing? This is a weak play. He should take a guy out and start the 5-point. That was a very bad play. I think. What's he doing? No, he's misplaying the 6-4. He doesn't see a 4 first and 6 off. Elementary. Well, he stayed way the double. It's not worth staying. Well, he's giving up a builder for the 5.2. Okay, so 6 bad numbers here. Boxes again. He may win an unbelievable Gammon. And I think if it's very close, those pips he lost going into the 4-point may cost him. You know, they may really double 2s. He gammoned him. Gammon out of absolutely nowhere. It wasn't close. He just gammoned him just from the race. An incredible sequence. What did he roll? 2 6s? Well, how many doubles did he roll? 5 doubles. 2018 in favor of Marczak. Ahead 2018. Basically, the Gammon doesn't matter in the next game. He's a 3-1 favorite. 21. This is the Crawford rule game here. Marczak at the Crawford rule. But Nick gets a good start. A must-win game for Nick. A total fluke Gammon. Nick is playing a strong, but it's not clear you should do like this because Nick doesn't need a Gammon. If you're playing for a Gammon, that's the right play. He gets punished. Yeah. The fans. Oh my God. And he's 5-3. And Nick better. Oh, okay, it's going to be the fight for the 5-point here. 5-2, bad shot. We probably should make the 11-point here. I think so. And critical 5. And does he hit? This is an interesting question here. I think he probably shouldn't. Should he hit there or not? Was that clear? I don't know. I wouldn't have hit. It may be right, though. And I think he's making a good play going for the 5-point instead of the outside point. Fans. And now it looks like Marczak, if he can cover, which he can't cover right away. Okay. And 4, he should play it big. Should start the ball is right. Should start the ball. Nick needs a 5. He gets the 5-1. Great shot. He's back alive here. Gammon seen nothing. Hits with a 4. Once again, another critical shot. Fighting for his life. Oh, fighting for his life. Whack, whack. Now Marczak is fighting. This game is just completely turned around and stays out. Oops, 5-2. Disaster shot. A real lemon. Look at this. He's making a good play, though. Making a very good play. Excellent play. Making the best of it. 2-1. Now he has to. 2-1. Oh, we're gonna get. This is not gonna be a simple game. We're getting our money's worth in this last game here. Yeah, this is clear. Well, no, it's not clear, I guess. Yeah, he has. Oh, what a shot! Boy, both have great boards. Did he cover? No. Oh. Not clear. This. The other player. Oh, look at this. No, he hits with a 3. And you gotta hit. You gotta hit with a 3. There's a question on a 6. Hit what with a 6? You're drunk. There's nothing on the 8 points. The Phantom block. 2-1 comes in and hits. And of course, Maffeo does a backgammon big. If Maffeo wins the backgammon, he wins the match here. It looked like Maffeo was completely dead, but now I say he's a favorite. A double 2s is actually a good shot here. That 9 points, a nice point to own here. He needs 4s here. Aces, fly. It's not bad. I'd say white is a clear favorite here. Oh no! This is a disaster shot. Believe me, this is bad. Killing those shots, it is bad. It's very bad. Yeah, that's a very interesting kid. I think he made a key misplay with the ace that Kip pointed out. I think he might very well come with the 3-point. Remember here, this is the Marsh. Oops, fast rolling. The tempo. They're both playing very fast here. Marczak here at match point. If Black Marczak wins this game, the Australian guy. I don't know about this. Oh yeah.
Brilliant play, Paul.
2. Now, well, you should definitely make the 8-point here. Oh, boxes! And Marsh. Oh my God, this is a weird position. Yeah, that's exactly. Boxes back! Oh my God! The kangaroo hopping out. The Australian kangaroo. And that's a very good shot for him getting up right away before those builders get around. 3-2. Yes, he should go for it. 8 numbers back. And the Sammy's still alive. And he fans. And now there's more blots. And he gets the other blot. It's incredible. He's back alive. He hits an ace. Keeps it going. He's back alive. It's incredible. God, Nick was drawing dead several times. 6-4 makes it. Gammon is not too significant. A backgammon, which is not very likely, is significant. I mean, we saw a gammon last game. That was totally incredible. Black still has some winning chances. He can always roll key double threes. Well, there he's coming in. 2-1. Now he's picking and passing, which is probably right here. I don't know. It's a tough choice, but it's probably right. 5. He doesn't need a gammon. He's making sure that double threes, but double threes are coming in a switch. What is this? 6-4. He's not taking any chances. Probably right, 6. And he should make his ball point, I would think. I think he's supposed to make his ball point. Oh, he's bing bing, pick and pass, but it makes his bear off slightly harder with those 6 men and ace and deuce point. 2-1. Now he wants to make sure he doesn't step into double threes. But he's made it so his own double fours play pretty bad, but. And it looks like he'll win. The significance of winning the Gammon here would be he takes away okay. He's playing very fast. Yeah, Maffeo. Was that the right? He has almost better than 1 and 2 point. Now it depends. Oops. Oops. 3-2. This is. 4-1. Oh, I always wondered about this one. I think it's what's right technically is off. What? Well, okay, we got among the experts here. We've taken a straw poll and about half say off the 6 and half off the 5. I don't know. I come off the 5 here, but I could be wrong. I know. This is one that we should all know and we don't. Maybe some of us know and I'm telling. I don't know. I mean, here you have to. Well, just look at the next one. You have to. Okay, so the vote now, and what do you do? And what do you do? Okay, so I guess actually the vote is 4-1 to make the other play among the 4-1.5. Yeah, half a vote here. And I think this is who on technical play, isn't it? I always wonder. I never know. Keeps on coming up. What do you say, Gabby? Okay, so Gabby, you like the other play. Which I don't understand. Okay, so these. Okay, so the okay. Since this is a democracy here, we now have among the experts the vote here now. It's 4 to 2.5 for coming off the Chino, you get a vote here. You come off the 6 to the 5 here. The vote is 4 to 2 so far. Which way? Come on, quick. G he was flat on the 4 5. You know, Gina, you're flat on the 4 5 and 6 points, right? Two. You got two each of the 4 5 and 6. You got a 4 1 to play. You got a 4 1 down, Gina. Don't make a figure out how to play it. Got a 4 1 off the 6. Okay, the vote is 4 3. It's getting closer. Gabby, Chino, and Dickman say off the 6. Wolfie, Roberti, Ballard, and I say off the 5. Yeah. We got a 4 to 3 vote. I like it better later too. Let's repeat it. Okay, 3 5, both in. Double fours. Okay, I got one shot. We'll win the match. He's a one shot for the match right now. And oh, so he had a one shot for the match right now, and instead it's going to be Pick'em. He's okay. So it's going to be a gammon, and we're going to get double match point. Oops, wait a second. It's not close to enough. He needs two more doubles. Okay, so the score now 20-20 in this 21-point finals. It couldn't have been closer. Marczak won a miracle gammon in the 2 games ago. This one, Nick was dead 3 different times in the game. He was dead in the water. Okay, so now here we are, double match point. Okay, here we go. Maffeo now is a 6 to 5 favorite. Maffeo is a 7 to 5 favorite. This is, yeah. Not now. Okay, this is it. Double match point. 20-20 in a 21-point finals. He runs. Five one. Another bad shot. What do? Do you slash on the TP? Yeah. It's not clear. He bats. He bats. His play work. Three hits and covers. Hits and covers. Nick in deep trouble here. In deep trouble. He gets one man. That's a good shot coming in on the one where he can hide away from the builders. 5-4. And he has to come in. He dances. He dances. Double match point. 1, 2. Better come in soon. He fans again. 6-2. What do? I guess he runs the back guy out, or does he bring more ammo down? I think he back guy out. My vote. Back guy out is my vote. Double match point. Does he go? Nick struggling. Nick can't come in. He's running out of time. 6-3. Another air ball. Yeah, I think he should swing a guy around to the ball point. How can you make the 8 point? What are you talking about? It's 6-3 is the roll here. I go for the ball here because then even if the guy gets the 1 point, you win the match. This is it. Double match point 2020, the finals, the whole tournament. $27,000 they're playing for it. And I think he's making the weakest play here. No good. Oh, 3. Works out now. Okay, now the attack continues here. And quacks 1. He has to hit both. You gotta hit 2. If 2 is clear, then it's a question of the other 2. And I think you just come in and bring the builder for the 1 point. I would think. I don't know. 2 and just come into the 4 point. Okay, he desperately needs a 1 here. And he fans. It looks like this is it. However, 4-2 can't cover. Now he should play real big and just go right for the ball. Down for the ball. Go for the kill. Kid just goes to the 9 point. I go to the ball, so when I get hit, I come back with a 6 and hit him back. Okay. No, Nick just hasn't been able to get it together. 5. I bring a guy down to the 11. I bring them down to 11 just to get it closer. I bring it down to the 11 to get it closer to the 3. And this looks like, unless Nick can come in quickly, well, a whole series of 3s, it looks like Marczak here has done it again. He lost to Maffeo earlier, and he came back to the second chance. He lost to Maffeo earlier, and now he's come back to haunt him here with that remarkable Gammon out of nowhere. Go for the 4 builders, right? There, well, a glimmer, the faintest glimmer of hope there, snuffed out with a 5-4. boxes. Just massacred him this last game. 5, 1, the right ace. Three, 2. That's a good shot. And remember, he doesn't want to gammon him. He just wants. No, it's not clear. You're right, because he doesn't want to gammon him here, so he wants to let the other guy in. That's the point. Oops. Okay. Well, there's. Now Nick doesn't want to come in here. 3 bad numbers. Nick doesn't want to come in. He came in, and that's the match. A great match. Well played by both sides. And the Australian guys beat us all, Marczak.